So welcome to Farm Medix again. Today we're going to be talking about iatrogenic infection. And so what is iatrogenic infection? That's where we actually introduce an infection to a cow when we were trying to do something good, right? So it might be that we were trying to teat the cow with a teat sealant at the end of lactation, and we're putting something into the end of the teat to seal her up. Or it might be when we're administering an antibiotic during lactation or administering dry cow therapy. So either of those situations, something going into the end of the teat. What can happen when we do that is something can be introduced from the environment into the teat end while we do that. So we've got an example here. We're using an apple today, and in the base of the apple we've just put a little bit of this fluorescent dye so that we can see what we're doing, and what we're going to do then is take the lid off our teat sealant, and we're going to use an alcohol wipe. We're going to clean the end. This is like a teat end, right? So we can see that this cow has a particularly bad teat end, which is another reason that we need to be very mindful of our teat condition. So just like this bottom of the apple, if you can imagine the bottom of the apple, we've got an area here that's hard to clean. So the more damaged cows' teeth become, they become like the bottom of this apple, very difficult to clean. And we put our teat sealant into here. All right. So what we've done unwittingly, you can see from the end of the teat seal tube, we already have some fluorescent dye on that. So we've poked up what we couldn't clean out further up into the teat canal. So what I'm going to do now is cut open this apple. So now what we're going to do is have a look up the teat canal with a UV torch just to see how far that dye's penetrated. Okay, so we've also put together a representation of a teat, which is going to, if that makes more sense for you than the apple, we'll just put that in as well. So what this means is that in the process of treating the cow, we've actually pushed something in from the outside right up into the teat canal, which is going to give her the potential to come down with dry cow mastitis, or even a worse pathogen, something that we can't fix with antibiotics. So it can be quite devastating for everyone involved. Ways that we can avoid this: number one, we always clean, like teat spray, alcohol wipe before we dry cow. Don't dry cow or do these sort of things on a really rainy day. And if we're going to use anything, it doesn't matter if it's an intramammary treatment, a dry cow, a teat seal that we're putting inside a cow's teat, we need to be scrupulously clean with our hygiene. That means no water mixing up with our teat seal tubes to try and soften them, for example. It means no putting things down, no taking caps off with our teeth, those sort of things. I've even found bacteria from people's teeth in cows with mastitis in the dry period. So these are all things that you can do to help. If you've got any questions, please contact us.